Welcome back, everybody. It's Ben from the Ben and Bev channel, tuning in with a quick update on Miss Marvel's progress with the second episode that came out earlier this week. And here on the eve of the third episode, I thought it was a great time to go over some of those extremely impactful steps that this episode made in setting up a new story for our character. We're setting up a new hierarchy within the family dramas. We're beginning to learn about Kamala's past and her ancestors. I'm not going to try and dive too far deep into it, as it's a lot of very moving plot dynamics that are big reveals throughout the episode, particularly in the final scene. There is no after credits scene this week, but the ramifications of the Department of Damage Control showing up again are definitely felt. Those detectives that we were introduced to in Spider-Man No Way Home have a pretty great scene interviewing the popular girl at Kamala's school. I'm going totally blank on her name. But as her and Bruno begin to test out her powers this week, we also begin to learn more of the dynamic within her community with her friend Nakia, as well as within her local mosque. Her brother, who previously been shown is very uptight, and the relationship she has within that group of people and the board as well. Her and Nakia are really trying to push the status quo and bring Bruno along for the ride. There's also some big news with Bruno this week. Not going to dive too far into that because the show itself doesn't, but they do develop all of the characters' different angles in a really satisfactory way that is a lot different than any of these previous MCU shows. This one feels like a comedy series. It's written in a very captivating manner. I think the sitcom element play very well with the superhero background, and though it's a little goofy that she's just running around in a Captain Marvel suit that she made, I think we're going to see the character come into her own a lot more. She learns more about her powers as well as the inherited abilities or something along those lines that have to do with these past events that they dive into this week. It's a very moving set of scenes that shows perfectly written 3-act arc per episode that also sets up further intrigue in episode to come. There's a direct tease to Kingo in there that's also a nice little stinger. Plenty of other reminders to keep us planted in this MCU world. Kamala's spirit really carries the show, and all of the actors are bringing a surprising amount of talent. I mean, the MCU shows so far have been varying at points, from greatness to sometimes okay, middling best, but the effects have all been pretty standard, pretty solid, minus a couple scenes in Moon Knight and some of the most recent ones, including that She-Hulk trailer. But the effects here, the comedy, and the creative camera work are blended really well with cinematography and soundtrack. The music always stands out. You feel the momentum. These scenes of her falling in love, her powers expanding, as well as the interest into her previous history are all things I'm very excited to see going forward. If you see some really negative reviews for the show, I will have to say that I don't really get that. This is very well made. The effects are well done. It's even better than some of my favorite Marvel shows so far. And within Miss Marvel, I see the setup for a perfect Marvel show. I'm hoping it stays with this tone because these last 2 weeks have been consistently getting better and better and bringing us some of the best of that teen hero Marvel side of the universe that we've been lacking besides, say, Spider-Man. What did you guys think about Miss Marvel's second episode? Let us know what you thought about in the comments below, and we'll see you soon for the continuation of the Van Leeuwen ice cream series. Ben and Bev. Okay, slight spoiler here, but without the context, I don't think you're really gonna get it. I mean, is Disney just gonna consistently have an Abuela-like villain in every movie now? It also has a Bruno.